China has everything today, but there is one thing that China lacks. And if this one thing is missing, China's economy cannot function. And how has China solved this issue? Let's understand. China and Russia share a very good friendship. There's no sea separating them. They are neighbors. And the one thing that China needs the most in the world today is oil. China is the world's largest importer of oil, and Russia has oil reserves, but China only takes about 15% of its needs from Russia. Why doesn't it take the rest? The rest of the oil China imports from the Middle East, Latin America, and some from North America as well. It meets its needs from multiple countries because China knows that you should never put all your eggs in one basket. The more countries it buys from, the more friends it makes, the more votes it gets, and the stronger China's position remains on the global stage. But the more alarming fact is that 80% of China's oil needs pass through the sea via the Strait of Malacca. Strait of Malacca is the world's biggest choke point. 70,000 ships pass through it every year, and 25% of the world's trade goes through this route. And near this route in Singapore, the US has its naval fleet station. The US has bases there, meaning the US can, whenever it wants, destroy or block 80% of China's supply line, crippling China's economy. But China hasn't just sat idly by. What solution did China find? China first invested in Guada, which you now know as the Guada-Kashgar pipeline. Oil reaches Guada by sea and then travels to Kashgar via pipeline. But China didn't just rely on Pakistan. In 2013, China started the Myanmar-China pipeline, meaning the same oil reaches Myanmar by sea and then goes to China. And now China is working on a third pipeline, which is the Thailand-China pipeline. China realized that the US's interference cannot be controlled everywhere. China found a solution for this, and now, no matter what the US does in the Strait of Malacca, China has bypassed it and found its own solution. Therefore, regarding the Strait of Malacca and the US, this Urdu proverb fits perfectly. It says, if there's no oil, neither will Radha dance.